So I'll be sharing with you how I made my first $1,000 online while working from home. So for someone that wants to work from home, someone that wants to make money, dollars, pounds, whatever currency, working from home online, here are tips that will help you. As I share my story with you, I'll also be telling you tips that will help you. So number one thing that you need is clarity. You need to be clarified on what you want. Do I really want to work from home, or don't I want to work from home? Now, why am I talking about clarity? Because if you start working remotely and you're not clarified and you've not decided this is what I want to do, you might get lost in the middle of it. You know why? Working from home requires a lot of discipline, and if you're not used to this life, you may just time that you're supposed to be working with, you might be sleepy or eating, or things that you're not supposed to do. So it requires a lot of discipline. Now you need to be clarified. Is this what I want to do? So for me, I had my clarity when I had my second son. Okay, so when I had my second child, working with kids was, in fact, it was nearly impossible because no one would want to give. Most companies don't want to employ mothers. So I had to look for a way. I thought to myself, what do I do? How do I balance taking care of my kids and also making money? Okay, so the job I was doing before, I was required to put my kid in a daycare while I come to work. Deep down me, I'll tell you the truth, I wasn't very comfortable with that. So I started researching. I started asking, how do I make money from home? Even if I want my kids to be at home, even if I'm working, I can still get someone to look after my kids, but it's going to be in my house and my eyes are going to be on that child. Like, the difference is way much more than when you just drop a kid in a daycare from morning to evening. You don't even know how this child is faring. At least your presence at home will limit some dangers or harm that might come on that child, unlike when the child is in a daycare. So I got my clarity from this. Oh, I need something that I can be doing from home while I take care of my kids. So that was that was the point. I was clarified on what I wanted to do. And I also had to research, and I was comfortable with the whole work ethics that comes with working remotely or working from home. Okay, so I started adjusting, and that was it. I got my clarity at that point. So you need to be clarified. Is this really what I want to do? If you're the type that you are the outgoing type, you are the busting and bubbling type of person, it might be a little difficult for you to adjust working from home, but it's still something you can do. So you need to be clarified. Why do I want to do this? For me, I want to leverage, I want to make money while working from home at work. So that is part of the ways I got my clarity. For me, I want to sell my skills. I want to sell my skills to clients while doing this from my home. So I've established that I want to work from home. I've gotten my clarity. This is what I want. This is what I'm passionate about. I want to leverage on my skills and why also earning money from home. So that is my clarity. So you have to be clarified about what you want. Okay, you have to discover your passion and what interests you. If you're the type that you like going out and all of that, you might want to go for jobs that you can do that are not remote jobs. Okay, so get your clarity and hold on to that. I want to work from home. This is what I want. Yes, hold on to it. Now that I've gotten my clarity, that I want to work from home, now that I'm clarified that I want to work from home, the next thing I look at, oh, what skill? How do I make this money? What skill do I sell? What are the test skills? What are the test skills that can help me make this money from home? So now there's so many ways you can make money from home, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to talking about it's all about how you can sell a tech skill, like a skill, a soft skill that you can sell to clients and make money from it. Okay. So now when I got my clarity, I want to work from home. The next thing I did was, okay, what skill do I now sell? What skill do I now offer to clients? Now I thought about it. As a mom, at that time, I had already started other training like digital marketing training, and even before I decided to leave my job, I've already started doing other tech training. I wasn't really sure on the one to choose, but I just went for digital marketing because it was something that caught my interest. And then people were like, as a mom, you're not able to do coding and all of that, but that's a lie. Whatever you set your mind to do, you can do it. But for me, I started with the one that caught my interest, which was digital marketing, and then later I progressed to virtual assistant. I learned virtual assistant skills. A lot of other skills I learned better. So you have to choose. The next thing now is, what tech skill do I now acquire and then offer it to clients? Now you have to understand that in tech world, there are two, should I say, there are two different types or two different categories of it. The tech skills that you require coding skills and the ones that do not require coding. Example of tech skills that require coding, you could come software engineers, web designers, and all of that. Those are the skills that require coding. Okay, so you um, think about it. Do I want to do something? Do I want to sit down writing codes and all of that? If that's what you want, if you are very good at that aspect, then you can go for the coding aspect of tech. Okay, for me, then if you are the type that you don't like writing code and you might not have the time to learn coding, you might not have the patience, because since that requires coding takes a lot of time. So if you do not have the patience to do that, you can go for the non-coding aspect of tech. Example, digital marketing, virtual assistant, data analysis, data entry, graphic designers, social media managers. These are skills, social media management, these are skills that do not require coding. And the good thing is that most of these skills, non-coding skills, apart from data analysis, could take you like 1 month to learn, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how fast you are to learn on or how fast your learning ability is. So you have to determine which of these do I want to do. Do I want to code or do I not want to code? Now, and another thing you'll be looking at is time. Do you have the time to finish some courses that you may start that are longer? Then you could go for non-coding courses. Okay, so it's all about you, what interests you, what excites you, what you find excitement in doing. You could go for that. So for me, I had to choose. I had to start with non-coding tech, the non-coding part in tech, and I learned like I told you guys, I learned digital marketing, I learned virtual assistant skills and other skills that I also learned. The reason why I went for that, for me personally, I had kids and I had a child at that time, a baby at that time. So I went for the one that is faster, that it excites me. I love anything about digital marketing, online and all of that. So I thought it takes a shorter time to learn, and as a mom that has a child at hand, I went for that and I finished it, and then I started hustling. Okay, so it is left for you to select which one do I want. You make that decision and you go for it. Now the next thing you'll be looking at is the job demand. Okay, the market demand for this particular. Some high in demand skills that require coding are web development, data science, cyber security. Then for non-coding skills that are high in demand, you could talk about digital marketing, virtual assistants, um, data analysis, etc. So it all depends on you. Select the one you want and go for it. So let's look at acquiring and practicing the skill. So now that you've selected the one that you want, now that you've selected which one that's picks which one you are interested in, the next thing is acquiring these skills and practicing it. Okay, so there's so many platforms that offers free training, free tech skill trainings for you that you can go and acquire these skills from. Example is Coursera. We have Coursera, we have Udemy, there is Allison, and so on and so forth. Now once you've chosen the one you want, you move over to these platforms, acquire the skills, and once you are done acquiring the skills, another thing you need to do is to join different forums. Like you could get Facebook groups that, let's say, analyst Facebook groups. Just search for any group. It could be on LinkedIn, it could be on YouTube, just forums that share the same interest with you, forums that you could learn things from people that are far gone in this field and all of that. Now another thing you need to do, it's when you are done learning these skills, is to start practicing, building personal projects, so that you can use it as a portfolio. You can use it in your portfolio, that this is what I have done and all of that. Okay, you start networking with other people that have are far gone in this field. It is going to help you. Just go onto this platform, sign up and start the training. So now that you've acquired the skills, the next thing to do is update your resume. Okay, you should have a resume as long as you have a skill. There's a resume for that. Your CV or resume. Okay, update it. Go back to the one that you have, update it. Remove some things that are not relevant, add the relevant skills, add the recent skills you've acquired. Once you are done updating your resume, the next thing to do is to start making applications. Okay, start making applications. There are so many platforms you can get these jobs from. There are so many platforms like LinkedIn, Upwork, Fiverr, and etc. You could just get someone that has been in this field before to put you through if you don't know how to get started. But LinkedIn is very simple, just like a normal Facebook. You could create it and all of that. For Upwork and Fiverr, if you are lost, get someone, reach out to someone that is so experienced in this field. So for me, in this aspect, when I acquired the skills, I started with virtual assistant. I started selling my virtual assistant skills. Okay, remember I'm trying to tell you how I made my first $1,000. Okay, so I started with virtual assistant skills. I created an Upwork account, LinkedIn account, so many accounts, and started making applications. Okay, I started searching for jobs, started making applications, submitting my resumes. You should also reach out to clients, reach out to companies directly. Don't just relent. Don't just sit down there. You need to keep making applications. If I tell you that I've made more than 1,000 applications. I've submitted about 1,000 applications so far. You will not believe it. I started this career. So it's not all about making one application and you sit down. Now, once you've acquired that skills, updated your resume, and you start making your application, building your online presence, you start talking about these skills, what you've learned on your pages, your online pages, social media pages, and all of that. You never can tell at who is looking at what you are posting. Okay, it shows potential clients that, oh, you are experienced in this area. Okay, so most persons usually look out for people's social media accounts before they hire them. So you need to update your resume, start making applications, open up accounts. There are so many both freelancing and remote job platforms. I've mentioned Upwork, I've mentioned Fiverr, I've mentioned LinkedIn. There is a Flex Jobs, there's Remoters, there's a lot of them. There's TopTal, there's a lot of them. Okay, so go onto them, create your profile and start making applications. Do not relent. As someone that is looking for a job, when I was looking for when I started initially, I do make up to 10 applications a day, more than 10 a day. So you need to be obsessed with it. Don't just give up. Like I said, you need to be determined. You need to be determined and consistent in whatever you are doing, especially when it comes to making applications. Because guess what? You are not the only one applying for these jobs. So you need to keep making applications and never ever give up. So that like a wrap, or should I say just a summary on how I made my own first $1,000. So if I'm to recap, first of all, I acquired a tech skill, a soft skill that I sold online. That's just the should I say the summary of everything. I acquired a soft skill. I made it the first skill that got me this money was virtual assistant skills. Okay, so I worked for a client. I did different jobs for the clients, lead generation, data entry. Remember that virtual assistant, they offer a lot of skills, a lot of services to clients. So these are some of the services I offered to this client that made me make this money. Okay, so it was on Upwork. I signed up I signed up on Upwork. I started making applications. I got my first response, second response, and all of that. But one client stood out for me. Others were like a fixed job I did and submitted. It was not up to 1,000. So when I made 8,000 was when I had a particular client that I had to offer virtual assistant services. Like I did research for him, data entry, and all of that. Maybe in the next, maybe I will share my Upwork. I'll make a screenshot of my Upwork and show you guys what I mean. So this is just a summary of how I did it. Get the skills, acquire the skills, practice it, because you need to be good. Let me be sincere with you. If you are starting up, the clients expect that, okay, at least you should be good. Okay, they're not expecting you to be excellent at the beginning. Okay, especially if you are signing up as a beginner. No one expects you to be excellent, but be good. Know what you are doing. Understand it's different. It's should I say it's not good that you tell a client I'm a virtual assistant and you don't even know what a spreadsheet is. It doesn't make sense. So make sure you get the basics. Practice, learn and practice. This is the most important thing. It will help you. Okay, making my first $1,000 online while working from home was a milestone for me. So I hope my journey and tips will inspire you to achieve your own goals. Please keep learning and be open to more opportunities. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.